Hello everyone and welcome to day 24 of my 100-day project. Today I decided to add two new colors to my palette, and I apparently did not record that whole section of me getting the face structure in. So the new colors I added are that Quinacridone Violet by Gamblin, their 1980 line. So that's that beautiful violet color. And then I added in Indian Yellow, also by Gamblin in their 1980 line. And two of my favorite colors. They're both transparent and just gorgeous. And I was doing the structure of the face, and I don't know, I just completely forgot to hit record. Sometimes I'll step away or have to change the music or something, and my phone will, sometimes I think I hit pause, but I apparently stopped recording, so sorry about that. But what I've done is just add in the structure, some of the shadows. My intention for this work today was to be bold and bright and colorful and do what I love to do, which is play with color. So I wanted to do that wash at the beginning with the violet just to give me something to react to, and that really helped inform my color choices. So turquoise, it's just my go-to. So I really love using that color. And I ended up with this, I don't even know how to describe her, like she reminds me of the kind of painting that you see in like ancient Greece or something. The structure of her nose, or Rome maybe. She's got kind of that aquiline nose, and I really wanted to play up the planes of the face. And I did that a little bit in the video yesterday as well. So that's what I did in terms of the structure today. And a different angle. She's looking down, and I thought that was interesting. So I just started making marks, and that I got the structure of the face. Typically when I'm painting a face from scratch and I know I'm intending to paint a face, my first marks are usually the jawline. And that mark will determine how big the face is, which way they're looking, whatever it is. And so that was that mark that I made initially there. So I've got the bulk of the structure of the face down, and I don't know what I'm doing with this bottom part. At first I thought she might be looking down, and she is, but like with her chin against her body. And then I was like, no, I don't want that. So I wasn't sure what was happening down there. So I just left it and went on to other parts of the face. And I realized that I wanted to raise her forehead. Her hair is really far down, and she doesn't have much of a forehead. So I'm working on fixing that and bringing in some of those face type colors I was using to address that hairline. And one of the great things about oil paint, it was pretty easy to just kind of go over it. This ended up being a little brighter than I intended, but I'm not super mad at it. It's okay. I kind of liked the vibrancy of what I had before, but I needed something that was more opaque to cover that hairline. I could have potentially tried to scrape it off because it's oil paint, but I don't think it would have worked very well. It's not that thick. So I just went ahead and painted over it and went with it. So from this point on, I'm really adjusting values and working on getting some of those finer details in, like her eye, adjusting some of the shadows, getting my favorite orange in there, that pyrrole orange, to indicate a brown eye. And here I'm adding a little bit of darkness between her lips to bring her mouth back a little bit further and add a little bit of definition. And this is a great example of me pausing the video and coming back, and it had stopped and I didn't zoom in. So you get to see my messy palette and what I'm mixing. So I'm mixing up a background color, and I really love that violet, but I want it to be light because I want to play off the darkness in her face. So It's a little bit of Indian yellow, some of that quinacridone violet, some white, and the tiniest bit of phthalo turquoise to neutralize it a little bit. And now I'm going to come down here and address her chest area. And I was like, all right, well, maybe she's wearing something. And so I kind of use this neutral brownish color to indicate maybe some sort of clothing. And I like to keep those brush strokes really loose and just play with the texture there. So I don't really do much more than that for her clothing. I've added in a little bit of darkness in her hair, adding in a little bit of those final highlights, a little bit of brightness on her lips. I end up toning that down a little bit, but I just want to add some vibrancy to the color here. So I'm toning her lips down a little bit, but I've got a little bit of that pyrrole orange under her eye, which I really like. Adjusting those shadows, getting the highlight on her nose. And there we go. I kind of sped through some of that for you, but loving the texture. The lighting, just the glare picks up on that really, really harshly. But I really love the textures and just the vibrancy of this one. That made me happy. So there she is, day 24 in the books. Still enjoying those oil paints. I'm having a great time. I hope you are as well. Thank you for joining me. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.